Hello everyone, welcome to Crafting on a Budget. For today's tutorial, we're going to be creating a Halloween dish that I saw at Kirkland. I will be using Dollar Tree items. However, I thought I was recording, but for some reason my computer's been acting up, so some of the process was lost. I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can, but hopefully you guys can understand what I did. So I took a Dollar Tree bow and I spray painted it, and you can apply some rust effects, whatever, because it is a Halloween, we want it to look grungy. And this is a glass from Dollar Tree. I wiped it down, added some of the little eyes that you can purchase at Dollar Tree, and one of the Scor heads, took a Sharpie marker, went around his eyes, and around the lip here I have put some E6000. I'm going to attach my plate on top like so on. There we go. I found that if you let your E6000 get a little gummy and then attach, it works best. Okay, so that is how we're going to do that. Oh, you know what? I meant to put, sorry. See, I got a little head. See, I thought. So here's what I was going to put inside, and I thought I was recording. This is a little net that I got from Dollar Tree. I spray painted it, or not spray painted it, I used some distress inks. I'm going to throw that in there. I have some leftover chains. I'm going to throw that in there as well. And now, hopefully, might have to put some more E6000. Too much talking. But if you let it sit for a couple of minutes and let it get gummy, it tends to dry up quicker. That's something I've learned. Sometimes I'm a little impatient though. So, okay. I would have applied more because I was thinking I was recording, and my camera, I have to keep looking up. Camera computer is not connecting right, and so we're just having issues with everything here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that in. Press firmly on there. Yeah, and I'm going to wipe that up. I will probably take my Waverly chalk paint and give it a little bit of a distress. Oops, sorry, man overboard, knocking everything down here. So we're just going to use the truffle and a hazelnut to give it a nice little rusty effect here. Just put a little bit there on my I don't know what the deal is. I have to turn my Logitech's control panel on and off, shut the computer off just to get the Logitech to record. And then I think I'm recording, and then when I look up, I have not recorded at all. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in here, there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you can use some of that rust that we made also for our lantern. And you can probably sponge it also. These are really affordable. Chalk paint, $1.67 for a bottle. And again, I use the truffle, hazelnut, and you don't have to go extremely super perfect on this. Just gonna dab here, mix it in with a little bit of that hazelnut. you don't like it, wipe it off. That's just how easy it is. I'm probably gonna, that's too much. Let's swirl that around. You guys can see sometimes we come up with an idea and it's just not the best idea, right? We go with the flow, so. I'm doing the outside edges as well, mixing these two colors. Going in with the hazelnut here and there. Just want it to look like, you know, we dug this up from the graveyard, from the grave and beyond. That's what we were going for. It kind of looked like that. I'm probably going to go in with a little bit of rust effect that I created the other day. Grab some of the hazelnut and go on the sides here. Go on the base here. Again, like I said, this part here, it doesn't have to be super uber duper like, oh my god, I screwed it up. You know, no. It's Halloween, guys. And we're just trying to make some rusty dirt looking stuff here. Going in with the hazelnut again. Have what you got or what you're liking. I'm going to go in a little bit with my rust effect I made the other day. Scoop some of that out. And sponge brush that in. Now, if you're going to use this for food, then I don't recommend that you do this process. Really don't. Avoid this process if you're going to use it for food. Okay. Seal that up. Wipe that up a little. And let's dry that. Go back in with the hazelnut and the truffle. Then we have our little hands. Now, you guys didn't see me do this on video. These were extended like this. They're from Dollar Tree. I used my snippers or my clippers and I made a cut and then I snapped it off. And if you don't have a hubby that can do that, just get your Tim Holtz and keep pressing down until you get to a point where you can snap off. I didn't make too much of an effort to break these apart. It wasn't that hard, to be honest. Alright, so these are going to go on the side, just like that. Almost looks like he's holding onto his head for dear life. It's like wondering, what am I doing today? So that's going to go on the side, just like that, holding the bowl. And I picked these up also at Dollar Tree, and I thought this little guy could probably be sitting on the side of the bowl. I know you guys can't see it because of the angle of my camera, but this little guy is going to sit on my bowl, either him or this guy here, whoever fits the job description best. I don't know, kind of like both. Can't have both. These are also from Dollar Tree. Let's snip that off. I am zoomed out, so. Alright, so he can sit there. Because he's the watcher. He's the keeper of the candy, you know? He's the keeper of the candy. I'm trying to take this off the packaging, so I'm off camera, I know. This little guy. I think I like him here better. He can sit there better, and so that means that if I glue him down, he will hold down the fort. Let's put some E6000 in here. One of his wings kind of hold also the size, so I'm just going to put a little bit of the E6000. I don't know why it's starting to get gummy. Hopefully that just means it'll dry up faster and I don't have to sit here and wait forever for it to dry. And I really don't like the smell of E6000. It's just one of those things that is kind of repulsive. And I don't like the gumminess also, but it does the job. Sometimes, actually. So you might have to prop that up a little with a rubber band or something to hold his body into place. So let me grab a rubber band. He's probably going to fall off. Some big rubber bands. No, that's not going to hold. That's not going to work. Alright, well, he looks like he's sitting on there pretty well. So hopefully he will attach himself where he needs to attach himself, and he'll dry up like he should. So hopefully, we're hoping. If it's not, then it's a fail, right? Crafters, we always have learning curves. Alright, so that's going to go like that. And you could probably go in and make his hands a little bit more not so white. It'd be cool. Right here, if you put the bone in his mouth. Oh, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll do that. I wonder if I could paint him so he is not right at my face. Let's get a little bit of this. Sponge it on. Because this is a really shiny material. I don't know how much glue and paint it will take, because it's very shiny. You guys aren't seeing me, I know. I hear it, I hear it. Just take your sponge and dip it right into that extra truffle stuff that you have. Might spray it a little with some of, y'all know the bones aren't that white. Have a little bit of an aging process when you've been in the crypt for that long, right? I think the hardest part of this tutorial is, to be honest, it's just the spray painting. And although the spray painting, it dried up pretty fast, I have to say it did. It wasn't too bad. You guys are just seeing little guy here, right? Get in there, buddy. Hopefully with the little ink spray, it will work. Let's get this bone because we're going to put this in the birdie's mouth. He's a vulture waiting for the decay, the human decay. Alright. Spray it. Using little birdie's mocha. Heat set that. I'm just taking my baby wipe and just dabbing it here to absorb some of the spray. Wipe on, wipe off where needed. That's much better. It's not so white sticking right at you. Look like he was trying to, dig his way out of the crypt. That's how intense, dirty his hands are. This mocha spray, I bought it from My Rusty Crown. You guys can head on over there and check it out from My Little Birdies. I think that's a good aging kind of appearance there. I think that's turning out pretty cool. Should have done the same thing for the birdie, because he was too new. Look at that bone. He's gonna hold that bone in his mouth, yes. So that's what his hands look like. Now that looks a lot more real, right? And so we're gonna glue that with some E6000. Trying to figure out where I should place the E6000. So let me get a pencil or my Sharpie. Where did it go? So I can mark where that's gonna hit. That way I know where the E6000 is gonna be applied to. Make a little mark. Okay, those two fingers. Get your rubber band about ready, because it's going to need the rubber band for sure to hold on to that. If you have an extra set of hands, you might want to get someone to help you hold it into place. And I might have to call Mr. Larson to come up here for a minute. Okay, so we ended up having to glue it down with a little bit of hot glue, because E6000 takes forever, and you guys know I don't have that kind of patience nor that kind of time. I'm taking some of this mocha, and I love how it brought up some of that rust that we put in. So I'm spraying it around the edges, and I removed the little guy. Yeah, I did. Look how I brought up that rust. I have to get some more of this stuff. Pretty cool. Blood and glory. I'm sure I got a mess all over my desk. Ew. Yeah. So you can Mod Podge some of this stuff on, and I probably will, just to take advantage of some of this gooiness. I love the way this stuff is making it look like it's really rusty. I don't know if you guys can see that on video, but it is surely awesome bringing out that rust. So I'm going to let that sit. I went ahead and I thought he needed a facelift, so I sprayed him down. Now I'm just going to go in with my sponge and just tap off some of that stuff. He was just too bland. He was too plain for me. Too plain. He needed a facelift. Poor little guy. I think he's seen better days than that. Right? Look at that. Look how he looks. And you can probably use a very strong coffee and do the same effect. Just make sure you make it super strong so you can get the same rusty effect that I'm getting on him now. Dry him up. My hands are very dirty. Y'all know how I feel about that. Okay. Doesn't he look gorgeous? Yes, he does. So we're going to put this bone, and I think the bone needs more life. I don't know about y'all, but I think it does. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit, nuke it up, and we'll be back. Take my chameleon marker, and these are alcohol based. See if I can get the tip. Not that tip. Forget. Which tip is it? That one. Yeah. There you go. We're going to paint little guy's eyes like a piercing blue. He's coming to get ya. Yes, he is. He's on the hunt for some meat. Oh, wrong. He's on the prowl, guys. He's on the prowl. Put a little bit of a pupil. He's mean. All right. I put this net in, and I'm going to take some Mod Podge and just kind of go here and there. I don't have to do the entire thing. I don't want to use that brush. Don't like to use that good brush. Okay, so just going to go and hit some areas here and there. And there is some of that spray in there, and it'll dry up. So this is working great. Looks rusty. I love it. I love rust, guys. You just don't know how much I love rust. So just want it to kind of sit in there, have something to sit. Doesn't have to necessarily be the entire piece. If you want, you can. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I'm leaving this part to you. I'm just doing it here and there in certain spots. Blending it in with some of that ink that's in there. Okay. Had this leftover chain from previous project. Here's my bone. Doesn't that look great? I know you guys are probably saying, lady, you need to move that stuff out of the way because we can't see. So I'm going to kind of get this bone going because it needs life. And this is just a cut up piece from the hand. And you can buy the hand at Dollar Tree. So far what we have invested is $1 for the cup, $1 for the plate. You really can't count the spray can because I use it for other projects as well. And $1 for the hands, and so that's $3. And all the other, and $1 for the little guy here, so that's $4. And so I would say a total of, with all the little extra, the netting, the eyes, which I grabbed it from a bag and there's still lots of it left over, I have probably $5 here. And the one that was at Kirkland was a heck of a lot more than this. I think it was like $40 if I'm not mistaken. So, and it wasn't as detailed as mine. I think mine's look actually better. Hate to say this, Kirkland, I think mine's look better than yours. And it's a lot more affordable, a lot more fun to create it because I made it, and you know, someone can come in here and say, hey, where did you get that? And I could say, I made it. As Brianna will say, because she's like always bragging about her mommy, my mommy made it. Spray some of this. I'm loving this mocha. I'm going to have to get more of this from the rusty crown. I am loving it. Get some nice rust in there, and I took the truffle, sponged it on, and then did the same thing for the bones so that I can get really good looks like it was buried, you know. He's kind of creeping out from the crypt, guys. I'm not that creepy, guys, really, but I'm going with the flow with my daughter who loves Halloween. She absolutely, ever since she was little, she loved Halloween. So, you know, you do things for your kids because you love them. And I know she loves Halloween. And for the longest time, we really didn't do a lot with Halloween stuff. So we are going to do something this year, and hopefully she gets to enjoy all this beautiful stuff that Mommy's making for her. So I got more Dollar Tree Halloween projects. I also have the wreath. So you guys just have to stay tuned. Come back. Keep checking my channel. I know I'm posting. I'm trying to post as much as I can when I can. I should be doing my homework. Just as an FYI, it's 1:45 here, and I have not yet done my homework. So what does that tell you? I am going to be going crazy here in a bit. But who can I blame? I can only blame myself because I decided not to do my homework on time. It's not like me, but I really don't like the class that I'm taking, and so it's just kind of boring. It's boring, and I prefer to be crafting than reading and doing papers. Look at that chain. That looks pretty cool. So I can hang that on the side here, like so. We can glue. We're going to use our hot glue. Yeah, we're going to use our hot glue. Hot glue gets it done quick, if you know what I mean. Don't, guys, I'm serious. Sometimes you have to. I had to end up having to glue the hand a little bit here and there, nudge it with a little bit of hot glue because E6000, I'm telling you, that stuff takes forever to dry. Alright, so we're going to put this bone in his mouth, just like that, and we're going to put some glue in the back of his mouth. We're going to use our famous friend here. Ha! He's got his victim in his mouth. And then the little bone can stick in there, you know, the other extra bone. Bring this back over here, and we're going to put him, I'm going to probably have to use some, there is some E6000 still there, but I'm going to have to probably break the hot glue gun and glue this down because honestly E6000 takes for a long time to glue, and who has that kind of time when we have other things that needs to be done. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here to prop his wings in, and on the side here as well. If you're worried about that glue showing, spray it when in doubt. When it dries up, spray it. It won't show up as bad. And once this all dries up, I will take the finished pictures and I'm going to put some eyeballs in there. And hopefully Brianna likes this little piece. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.